Everybody, you are all doing well, and welcome back to the match reaction. Arsenal 0, Liverpool 0, and I can't tell you, I'm gonna take that. That is a good result, a good performance away from home. Is it a no? I'm not gonna do this whole James from Arsenal, well, Liverpool and all that types, but that is a good result. That's a good performance. Arsenal haven't dropped points in months. We wasn't expected to go there and win the match, was we? So I'm ultimately going to take it, to be honest with you. And yeah, we're going to break the game down with all your lots of comments. Make sure you're smashing the like button. Let me know if you can hear me, by the way. I'm definitely taking that, man. I'm definitely taking that. And you know what? Liverpool played actually really well. And that's probably one of our best performances in a long time, to be honest with you. Big up to everybody in the building, though. Big up, huge results. Big up, Gravenberch was quality, man. This game was embarrassing, says Catalan. I'll happily take that. Draw and Arsenal useless. I'll take it. Good point, to be fair. Arsenal, crap. We did make subs. Yeah, big up to everybody in the building. For now, 40 minutes, because I am going to be on heavyweight show as well, talking about the game. So yeah, we're going to 14 minutes or so, but this was the team that game. Alisson, Kirkers, Van Dijk, Konate, Bradley, who picked up an injury, by the way. I just want to say this loud and clear. Martinelli, yeah, you are a disgrace. You're one horrible human, mate. You're one horrible human being. You absolute fucking you next Tuesday, mate. And I'm going to leave it as that because I could go on a massive rant and think, yeah, let's just leave it as that. You are a see you next Tuesday, Martinelli, mate. A fucking see you next Tuesday. Prick. Yeah, and obviously Gravenberch, McAllister, Gakpo, Sabozza, and Frimpong. I saw this lineup and I was very concerned. I was heavily concerned. I was thinking, oh God, no. We could get absolutely pieced up. We didn't. We didn't, and ultimately we got the result that that a lot of us are kind of happy with. I'm happy with. I'm gonna take the draw because ultimately we was coming into this game and thinking, look, Liverpool are gonna get absolutely peppered and pieced up here, like a fucking tomato, and that. So yeah, I was thinking I was gonna come into this game, was gonna get pieced up like it's Fruit Ninja with just some bad old fruit. But Liverpool put in a really good performance. The first 20 minutes was not great. I won't lie to you. It was very reminiscent to PSG. Arsenal was having a couple of chances. They was literally not letting us out the traps. It was like literally Call of Duty spawn trapping. Any of you man that's played Call of Duty, you'll know. It was literally like we was just getting spawn trap, spawn trap, spawn trap. You know when you're playing Nuketown, yeah, and you're stuck in the back garden, yeah, you're there with your mates, and you're like, Jesus Christ, we can't get out, we're getting pressed, it's team deathmatch. That's what it was like in that first 15, 20 minutes. But Liverpool managed to get out the traps. They managed to override the storm of Arsenal, and they actually had a couple of chances in that first half. And I'm going to be honest with you, I came away in that first 45 minutes very happy. I thought Liverpool potentially could have had a penalty on Florian Wirtz. I'm going to be honest with you, I think that was a penalty. And I'm going to be honest, I thought it was a penalty. I thought Frimpong could have had a penalty. I thought we could have had maybe potentially two penalties. I think we genuinely could have had a potentially two penalties tonight, but we got unlucky in that sense. We only had 3 shots in that first half, but yeah, man, we were peppered in that first half. But all in all, we definitely take that. You know, you look at the Premier League table now. You know, you look at our home form and Arsenal's home form. They hadn't lost all season, so then they took away 1 draw, and that was Man City. They hadn't drawn there in months at the Emirates, so we had to ultimately be very lucky, and I thought very, very well. I'm watching back the Frimpong thing now. I can't lie. I'm very annoyed to not have picked up a penalty in that game. I'm very, very annoyed that we did not pick up a penalty in that game. I thought we were very deserving of at least a penalty on Frimpong, to be honest with you. I don't know how he can just get brought down and there's no check on VAR. How was there no check on VAR for a penalty there? How was there no check? He should have had a penalty. But it is what it is. Look, we can't really complain too much. You look at Liverpool's last 5 games, we haven't played well. Yes, we are. I know people will say, "Oh, Reacts, we're 10 games unbeaten there." You know, 10 games unbeaten with about 5 billion draws in there. You know, so listen, we're on a bit of a run now. We are on a bit of a run, and we need to be turning some of these wins into results because it's 3 draws in a row. I said coming into that Arsenal game, we needed to pick up the leads in the Fulham results. We didn't, but we kind of made up for it and pick up an Arsenal result. Because look, the pressure of Brentford. Obviously, they got Chelsea next. We've got Burnley next, which should be a winnable game at Anfield. Or at Anfield for that. And obviously, Manchester United have got Man City. So hopefully, Man City can probably do us a favour. But all in all, chat, I'm actually taking it, man. Let's actually go through my personal player ratings. Alisson made 4 good saves, some really good saves with minutes to go. 1 from Martinelli, the absolute scumbag. That is him. And he also made some other good ones from Bukayo Saka as well. But Liverpool also didn't really challenge Alisson. Gyökeres, I'm sorry, but this guy is absolutely fucking bang average. He is a bang average. Bang average, bro. Don't tell me, oh, he doesn't get chances. No. Okay, then, answer this question. If you're not getting chances as a striker, try and at least cause problems. At least try and get yourself on the ball, try and drop deep and try and link up play. I get it. His opportunities are to score. You know, his job is ultimately to score goals. But if that's not working for you, then you got to add other stuff to your game. That's why I call Victor Gyökeres world class. I think he's an okay finisher. About it, if I'm being truly honest with you. I think he's an okay finisher. 14 likes, man. Let's try and get these likes up to 20, man, please. We didn't make any subs. I don't know how we only made 1 sub, and that was literally due to the Conor Bradley injury. Like, this was the one thing, the little bit of criticism I have with Arne Slot in this game. I put myself with a good game plan, let Arsenal put a pile on the pressure. We waved off the storm, we had a couple of chances. But the one thing I have a problem with Slot in this game is, again, Shan, I'm not trying to bash the doorbells again and again. But what is your plan B? If we're not taking our chances, you're telling me and Gamoa couldn't make the Arsenal fullbacks run ragged a little bit. We was getting in behind their fullbacks a lot. You're telling me Chiesa can't definitely do a job down that right hand side. Imagine him and Frimpong down that right side and right hand side overlapping, taking chances on each other. I don't know, man. I thought we would have made a substitution, but all in all, I'm proud of every single one of them. I thought Allison did his job really, really good. Conor Bradley was brilliant up until he obviously got injured. And obviously, I'm going to mention it again, Martinelli, you absolute scumbag, mate. Like, even Gary Neville and everyone on comms was like, "Yo, that's just a scumbag behavior, man." Like, that was just not needed, mate. Simply just not needed. Um, Simply just not absolutely needed. Kanate and Van Dijk was immense, absolutely immense, and we wanted to see that. We wanted to see those two build up in partnership. I actually said coming into this game, I was actually relevantly. Frimpong was a bum today, React. He was in behind plenty of times and fucked up the passes. I'm going to come to your comments in a minute and explain to you why Frimpong actually had a good game. Um, but I was very confident about defending Arsenal's front three. I was nervous about the set pieces, the amount of set pieces, the amount of corners they have a game, and how poor Liverpool are defensively. We're 19th in the league in terms of defending corners this season. So I knew coming into this game, we had to limit the chances. I believe only Arsenal had two corners, one right at the end and one right at the beginning. And none of them really amount to no. We limited their set pieces. So I always knew if we could do that, Liverpool could actually very much get a result. I think Liverpool could ultimately get a result, and they ultimately did that. Big up to everyone in the building. A good performance, no draw is a good result. Liverpool's perspective, it is a good result. It is a good result. Arsenal didn't get better. Liverpool City on adjustment and transition. Liverpool will click whether it is with slot or not, but I'm confident. I've always remained this about the confidence of our squad in the future because I know we've got quality players. What did I tell you before the game, bro? I knew he was gonna get a fair play. Yeah, no Wesley, man, bro. Wesley will hide. If that Premier League best season, Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal are literally dead. I'm not trying to belittle Arsenal. If you become Premier League champions, you deserve to become Premier League champion. Let's be honest. Like the Premier League has been poor this season, and people were saying, "Oh, you're just saying that because Liverpool are bad." Go and have a look at what I thought of the Premier League last season, and go and have a look at what I thought of when Liverpool won their first 7 games. What did I tell you? Arsenal would play like they did versus Wolves, and if they don't get an own goal, they won't win. Yeah, they were poor, man. They've been poor for weeks. But, is this Jordan in the chat? Is this Jordan? Big up to Jordan, there it is, man. Watch City go out and immediately sign Gay right now. We need defenders, and with Bradley going down injured, that's a way to go and get a player because can play across the front three. Now Gomez is going to have to do a bit of a job at right back, and if he goes down, I'm hoping this Bradley injury potentially ignites some level of interest in Gay. To be honest, QT mods the reason the money in the Prem generates football from the result with that selling Hugo and Isaac slot ain't getting sacked anytime soon. I've conceded on a slot being sacked from Liverpool. I think if Arne Slot's getting sacked, he's getting sacked at the end of the season. He's not getting sacked now. I'd be very surprised if Arsenal, not sorry, not Arsenal, if Liverpool um sack Arne Slot. I'll be very, very surprised. And if you've not seen this, I thought this was absolutely fucking vile. You can clearly see Conor Bradley is injured. Clearly see he's actually injured. And Gabriel Martinelli just like I'm sorry, I'm not trying to say that's made the injury worse, but if a player's going down with that ankle hurt and then you just go and push him, that's just scumbag behaving, putting his hand on his pushing his on his neck as well. I'm sorry, that's technically card. I'm sorry. Am I wrong? Is that a red card? Because one, you're not allowed to have your hand on someone's neck. Yeah, you're not allowed to have your hand on someone's neck. And if a player's on the fucking floor and you go and put the hand on your neck. I'm sorry, but that's a red card. That's a red card. I feel so on Bradley, man, because you know what? He was actually having a good game. Frimpong was a bum today, Reacts. He was in behind plenty of times and fucked up the bosses. Okay, let's come to Frimpong in terms of my assessment. I thought he was very good. I thought he used his pace, his width well, considering there's no width in the team. Gakpo and Frimpong was the wingers, and it was basically the Verts and Szoboszlai was the two pressers. So they were like 2 10/9s pressing the front line. Verts and Szoboszlai and Gakpo and Frimpong was using the width of the pace. Obviously, Gakpo has barely any pace compared to Jeremy Frimpong, but I thought Frimpong was good today. Got into some dangerous areas. The one opportunity where I was kind of mad at Frimpong is when he should have shot and he tried to square across box to Florian Wirtz. There was an opportunity in the second half. Frimpong's in. Mate, just try and no driven it, bang it, near post, do whatever you got to do. Just try and put it past David Raya. And he should have probably scored. He shouldn't have squared it. He should have just shot. But what else can you do? To be honest with you, what else can you do? And also, by the way, Bradley had one of the best opportunities of the half where he hits the crossbar. I'm saying a long time about David Raya, man, by the way. Szoboszlai, I thought he was going to score that free kick again. But yeah, Szoboszlai having the most shots for us is kind of mad, isn't it? 5 shots. Wirtz had a really nice little 1-2 moment, dribbling into the box. I thought that was a penalty. I'm sorry. The player from behind, not Trossard, because obviously he clears the ball, the player behind him from Gabriel. That was a foul, if I'm being honest. But no, I thought Frimpong was good. I think Frimpong's been our best player in the past couple of games. Imagine the loudest cheer of the night. Arsenal fans is getting a call in the 95th minute, and bro, I know. That was shit. So boring. I can understand why you think it was boring. No shot on target. Liverpool too stingy on shots. On target, we played too slow. No true striker. Obviously, that's just due to because we're missing Isak and Ekatike though. And also adding into the factors of you have to look at it from this sort of a position. There's no recognised striker out there. You know, you look at this Liverpool team. Gakpo isn't a striker; he's a left winger. There's no one else in this team that is an actual striker. Both of our strikers in Ekatike is injured, and Isak is going to be out for months. And then if you even go to the bench, there's no strikers. So Perez is similar to Heaven yesterday in Reacts. What are you referring to? He might have injured him even more. 100%, bro. You're not allowed to put your hand on someone's neck. He has literally got his hand. Look, he's literally getting his hand and putting it on his neck. That, for me, is a red card. I'm sorry. The player is already down. Now, if you'd have just regularly pushed him, is it a red? No. The fact that it's a red because you're not allowed to put your hand on someone's neck. You're not. If I go out in the street right now, and let's say there's a police officer on the opposite end of the road, and I start going up to someone and put my hands on their neck while on the floor, the police officer's coming over to me, bro. What are we doing here? I think we should have had 2 pens in that game. 100% we should have had a pen. So react. What did I say? What did you say again? I forgot. But I'm not going to kick up force. Just move on to the next game. Burnley will 100% have to beat Burnley, and I think we will beat Burnley. Get the ball manager out. 0 subs, and the reason we get injuries. We can't fucking be happy with no 0 shots on targets. What are we doing? Reacts. I'm not saying I'm happy, but I'm happy that Liverpool didn't get beat. Liverpool would have, let's be honest, every single one of us, barring a couple of us in the chat, thought Liverpool was going to get beat comfortably today, and Liverpool didn't. They put in a semi-good performance. They did put in a semi-good performance. Van Dijk was good. Bradley had a really good opportunity, and he was okay in injury. Frimpong was good again, decision making in 1 or 2 moments. I thought Gravenberch was immense and calm, very calm on the ball. Did very the pressure when Arsenal piling on the pressure in that first 15, 20 minutes. He helped us get out that press. I thought we did okay with what we have. And by the way, I'm watching that back from Conor Bradley. I'm just seeing that back now. That looks like an ACL. The way, oh my, I watched it back. And then look at Martinelli, mate. How about you come and do that? I'm sorry. I wish one of our players would have. You see, Canate there, fucking yeah. And then you got Gabriel Jesus fucking piping up me. Bro. If I'm Canate, fucking one punching you to the fucking god, mate. And see you next Tuesday, mate. Fucking doing that again. Martinelli's very lucky, yeah. His Brazilian teammate and Alisson is there because Canate and Szoboszlai was about to fucking whack you into next fucking week, and it's only Thursday, mate. Fucking absolute scumbag. No, I can hear what you're saying at the same time, my bro. Martinelli should get a multi-game ban for what he did to Bradley. He should be red card. He should be a red card. You're not allowed to put your hands on someone's neck. You're not allowed to put your hands on someone's neck in a game. You're not. Big up, slot out, lad. Big up to you, mate. We have Keys on the bench. React fucking striker. He's more of a winger, but yes, I did set the start of the match reaction. We ultimately, we should have brought on. We should have made subs, but we didn't. So it is what it is. And that's one of the criticisms I have with Slot in this game. Like, when Heaven was down, there's more pass down. Lewis was blown and put his hands on him, shoulders slightly around the neck, pushed him on the down. Yeah, 100%. You're not allowed to put your hands on someone's neck. If you're fucking standing up, if you're doing this, doing that, you have to put your hands on someone's neck. It's not allowed. Watching that Bradley Chaz Batman, if that was literally the slightest less power, that is in the back of the net. We're 1-0 up. Neither of the players got a yellow for it. Credit for being consistent for once. Yeah, 100%. No matter, even if Conor Bradley did that to him, it should be a red card. Like, I don't care what team you are. If you put your hands on somebody's neck, it is a red card on the floor or not the floor. Why the fuck didn't Slot do anything when Martinelli did that? Just stood there and watched. See, I have criticised on a Slot when it comes to his management on the touchlines this season. I'm watching that Frimpong chance back, man. Actually, man, I thought Frimpong was very good, man. The way he held up the ball against the Arsenal centre backs, like he was very good tonight, man. And I said this in the season: get your stocks in with Jeremy Frimpong because I think he's a good player. I really, really do. Big up Reacts, big up Katie. Hopefully you're not slotting that. I'm not slotting, mate. The only way I'm on a slot in, mate, if he goes and somehow wins the Champions League, wins an FA Cup, and gets me top 4, top 3. Like, no, getting a point where Arsenal does not make me change my mind to being slotting. Not a chance. Not a chance, my friend. I'm definitely not. It's just 1 second. Chat. But no, I'm not lying. Frimpong was very good. Frimpong was good, mate. I thought he made a couple of good opportunities. There was a time where he probably should. There was one decision making where it did down. When's Hugo back? Hugo should be. I'm hoping he's back soon, man, because we do lack. We can tell we can lack a striker, and we've seen that in the past couple of games where, in those moments where Frimpong ball rolled across the box. He created a couple of chances. We missed that striker in that position. And I'm praying that he is going to be back uh hella soon. Um, I'm taking it. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. 1 second. But yeah, hit the like button up, chat, man. Hit the like button. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you're subscribing. We're 2 subs away from 2,550. Wait, hold up. 2 subs away from 2,550. Yeah, so we're aiming to hopefully get 2.6k, 2.7k this month. Hopefully, inshallah. When you are, nope. React's the only Liverpool fan channel I see not celebrating the draw. These other bozos have one bad season. They're celebrating. Wait, what? React is the only Liverpool fan channel I see not celebrating the draw. These other bozos have one bad season and they're celebrating. Are you trying to say I'm not celebrating or I am? I'm just okay with the performance. In the sense of, from a perspective of, I will take it. I will take it ultimately. We have had better moments. Yes. Should we have taken a couple of our chances? Yes. 100%. I'm not going to crash in so much on the manager. However, I am mad that the manager didn't make opposite subs. Um, I am seeing a lot of Liverpool content creators really going performance. Like, am I the only one that thought we played okay? Like, let's be honest, yeah. Nobody thought Liverpool were getting a result. Nobody thought Liverpool were getting a result. Let's be truly honest. Let's keep the bullshit out, yeah. Everybody was happy. Everybody in this game was coming into this game knowing that Liverpool was going to get pepped. Let's be real. Let's not be stupid. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it is what it is. People are entitled to their opinions. Like, I'm just not going to be one of these fans where it is snowing where you are. You react. Is it snowing? I'll be honest, mate. I've not really had a chance to look. Ever since I did the stream earlier, I went and got a drink, came upstairs and watched the game, and went live straight after, so I not actually had a chance. But no, it probably is, mate. I'm pretty sure it's snowing everywhere in the country. Nah, that your channel, you're not celebrating. I'm not celebrating. I'm just content with the performance. I'm content with the result. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, do you know that James guy from AFTV? Yeah, where he was like, well done, Arsenal. You're not gonna see me do that with Liverpool. Like Liverpool, I will take it. Listen, if Liverpool had lost now, I would have been furious. We can't afford to be dropping points. I don't care. I'm still mad at my manager, and there's no way I'm close to being slot in. Not a chance. The only way Arne Slot can somewhat fix this season if you get me top four, win me an FA Cup, win me a Champions League. You know? You know? So like let's be real here. But yeah, I am gonna raid We are gonna end the stream in about the next five or so minutes. We didn't think you would get a result, but we also didn't think you would have 0 shots on target. Yes, I can understand it, having 0 shots on target. I think, like, David Wright, did he have to make a save? No, he didn't. However, Liverpool probably had the best opportunities of the game. And I know Alisson made 4 saves. We had probably had the better opportunities. The Bradley where he hit the crossbar, Frimpong where he should have shot instead of squaring across to Florian Wirtz. Sabaz had a good opportunity as well. Real, we probably have better opportunities than Arsenal. I said 1-0 Liverpool or Arsenal. Or Arsenal battle, yeah. Big up footy. Bradley just looked like, yes, I think he's done for the season. I think sometimes it's very unfair to say players are straight away done for the season, but the way it's because he was already in the air and the way the ankle was. So he already hurt the ankle, went into the air, then crashed down on it. And it don't help, yeah, when you've got a fucking scumbag in Martinelli who did what he did. Everyone said 3-4-5. No, they did. I meant rotation on the knee. Yeah, man, it's not, is it? What tech fleece is that reacts? Just the regular grey one, mate. You having no strike, Dominic put the pressure on himself to try and get a goal. Yeah, he was very very good. Um mm, so yeah, man. To be fair, True Bradley had the best opportunity of the game. I did say I felt an unlucky game incoming for you, and he had the crossbar on the shot. Yeah, man. We were a little bit unlucky, but I'm not gonna, you know, and that it's a point ultimately. Which I thought he did really well as well. So, hey, look, was it perfect? Perfect? No. But was it bad? No. I don't think it was personally bad, me. And if you got fantasy, I mean, I don't think I have any Liverpool players in my fantasy. And as for the Premier League table, look, we're not in the title race. We're 14 points off, so we know that. However, 8 points off Man City, still not probably catching them. It's literally fourth or fifth for us. Maybe if Aston Villa collapse, with European football, with the FA Cup, there's an opportunity probably there. But with the injuries that we're picking up right now, it's just putting the spanner in the works, isn't it? So we do. Mm. And obviously, yeah, Brentford, they're on a bit of a run. Chelsea, I'm not saying Brentford in the race, but we need to be wary of them. We need to start building a bit of a lead, and man, this is what's fucking frustrating because we've allowed Newcastle really back in it. They've won their last 3 games in Burnley in their past 3. We need to go on a bit of a run. We do need to go on a bit of a run. We heavily start need to go on a bit of a run. Burnley next. What's our fixtures until February? That Newcastle game's could be a 6-pointer. Beat Barnsley in the cup on Monday. Bit of a rest. I'd be intrigued to see what squad we put out for that. Then Burnley, sorry. Then we got Marseille, Bournemouth. You got to win your next 3. You got to win in the Champions League. You're looking in the Champions League knockouts. You got to start putting pressure on. You putting pressure on Arsenal. You're probably hoping Arsenal beat Inter, so then we can over Inter, and hopefully one of these couple of teams here can drop points. Yeah, and you're looking at our other fixtures. Bournemouth again. Where are they in the league? Like they're down there, man. They've not been great, and what's their home record? Like they've won 5 out of 11. Like Liverpool should. I'm hoping we can go there. Bears can take him to the last minute. I'm expecting Liverpool to pick up at least a result at at, at Bournemouth, and then Qarabag, you got to win. I'm sorry, Liverpool have got to win all their games up until Newcastle. Do I think Liverpool will win all their games up until Newcastle? Absolutely not. But we've got to. We've got to beat Barnsley in the cup to get to the next round. Burnley is a fucking must win. Same with Marseille. I could very much see Liverpool going unbeaten, but then also having like 3-4 draws in there. I wouldn't be surprised. Lucky enough for us, we have a time here now where there's only 2 games. 2 games. They're not at Anfield. And I fancy us at Anfield in most of the times. What's our features after Man City? Sunderland away, Forest away, West Ham. Like, we've, in my opinion, up until that Man City game, you've got to go and win all. You can only drop points maybe in one max. Sorry. And that's as simple as that. I can't lie, Marseille game as a 1-0 Marseille. Bro, don't, man. Don't. Marseille just drew to PSG. Can't underestimate them, to be fair. I'm not underestimating them, but Liverpool are in a position, mate, where no choice. Liverpool are ultimately in a position where we have absolutely no choice but to go and pick up something. I want to see if there's anything on Twitter. Honestly, on Marseille, I'm sure 100% if he knew what the injury might be, then he would never do that. But it doesn't look great. But the fact that he's saying B, he's indicating to me it could well be an ACL. Mikel Arteta on Marseille probably doesn't know it's a serious injury. It's not intention to do anything bad to him. Never admits when it's wrong or where's the apology. I'm sorry, Mikel Arteta, but you don't put your hands on someone's neck, do you? You fucking gimp. Arne Slot, if he's happy with the result, definitely with to add to a certain extent to the result. What else we got? They're just yeah. Have we got any update on Conor Bradley? He's a good boy to roll around himself. I know. Facts. Roy Keane's actually saying something thingy about Liverpool. What the hell? But nah, man, it is what it is. Chat, smash up the like button. Yeah, he's an absolute scumbag. I see that Connor twisted his knee. It's his knee, you know. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Obviously, he didn't want to. He's just in so much pain to push off the pitch. I understand you want to win, but I want to win as well. And a player's health is the most important thing. Facts. On Slot says he fears the worst for Conor. Bit of a fight, which was nice to me. 10 games unbeaten. It's actually mad we're actually 10 unbeaten, you know. When you actually deep it, Liverpool Football Club are 10 games unbeaten. Could have and should have had a penalty. Hope Bradley's okay. Defensive recruitment needed ASAP. Yeah. But yeah, the fact that on a slot is, yeah, bad, man. This is bad. And yeah, hopefully Conor Bradley is going to be okay, man. You don't. You simply don't put your hands on someone's neck. What are we doing here? You think it's okay to put your hands on someone's neck? Listen, I was going to say something then, yeah, and that would yeah. Hey, Martinelli, mate. Let's see if someone will you. I'm very surprised one of our players didn't actually go over there and won. He's very lucky that he's obviously a Brazilian teammate of his because genuinely Alisson looked like, not Alisson, sorry, Konate looked like he was going to absolutely he looked like he was going to do him in. He looked like he was literally going to do him in. And obviously Alisson managed to get over there and calm the situation. So he's a lucky boy in that sense. But look, chat, Liverpool pick up a result away from home. It was an okay performance. So, but yeah, we do sit fourth in the Premier League. We got Burnley next in the Premier League, and obviously Barnsley in there. But yeah, with we got a bunch of injuries now, haven't we? You know, you look at our injuries list now. Alexander Isak, we don't know when he's going to be back. Leonie's out for the season. Ekitike, we don't know. Basic just feels like he's just forever injured. Endo is going to be missing. Bradley's now injured. Injuries still starting to pick up. I'm sorry, but you have to go into the market and get me Mark Gay. You have to go into the market and get me Mark Gay. Look, that was about to be a Royal Rumble, bro. It would have been. Listen, if could come to him. Listen, Martinelli won't stand a fucking chance. Like, let's just be honest. Martinelli simply wouldn't have a chance. Probably Connor is gonna be okay, man. Because this is the thing: when he gets these game rhythm, he gets minutes. He does really well. Me, yeah. What can you do, man? What can you normally do? But chat, we're gonna wrap things up here. 40 minutes. I am gonna go and be on Zia's channel, so make sure you're smashing the like button. I will be over there, probably giving my review as well. So yeah, bless up to everybody. I hope everyone has a good rest of your day. And yeah, man, we are out. And bless up. I'll see you all very soon. Take care. And yeah, good night. We're back on the channel tomorrow. Take care. Good night. Peace. Mashallah. Bosh.